Welcome to Horror Hangout Reacts. Hello, I'm Ben Errington. Over there is
Andy Conduit Turner. Hello, Ben.
hello. You're looking good in a grey knit.
Yeah, shouldn't be necessary. It is June, but it's a bit chilly.
What's going on, eh? Why is it chilly in June in the UK? I mean, either the old ball of fire in the air is trying to kill you in the UK, or it's nowhere to be seen. There's no in between, right?
It's always the last one you want as well, but yeah, it's okay. We'll get by.
Small talk out of the way, okay? Get that small
Now
talk
to
out of
the
the
to the
way.
big talk. Fede
Now to
Álvarez
the
has got a
big
new Alien
talk.
film coming, hasn't he?
Can you believe it? Old Fede Álvarez, Alien Romulus. We've got a trailer. We had a teaser trailer before, um, giving us some teasing. Now we've got a full trailer giving us, I guess, slightly more teasing. It's still supposed to tease, isn't it? Regardless, that's what trailers
Yeah.
are for, right?
Give you a little tease. Wet the old whistle.
Whet the old whistle,
Get
but
you excited
trailers,
to book in and save cinema.
yeah. Trailers do make a habit of showing too much, don't they? Which is
They
why
do.
trailers aren't my favorite thing in the world. But I like to do what I call a sort of half watch initially when I watch a trailer. Usually, kind of like, oh, I'm kind of looking. Oh, all right, what's going on there?
Don't
As
take in
soon as it
any
starts showing
information.
too
Bash
much,
yourself on the head.
bash yourself on the head. Get the old Men in Black little flashy thing and flash yourself. Don't flash, not like you know what I mean. Don't flash yourself, but flash yourself.
So you lose your memory. Yeah, I follow you.
You follow me. Well, I'm glad someone does because I'm sure everybody listening doesn't.
Speaking of not
So
following, though, there is something we have to clarify here, Ben. You shared a comment. I know that one viewer recently was like, "Oh, I couldn't watch this. They were talking over the trailer." That's what the actual trailer's for. This here is a trailer reaction that we're giving you today. So,
what we're doing here is instead of responding to comments directly on YouTube, we're responding to comments in the next video.
yeah,
So if you're really important, you'll watch the next video and listen to our response rather than waste your time by reading comments, okay?
in many way, encouraging engagement. So even the people that dislike it have to watch the next one to see if we've pulled them off.
Well, yeah, somebody said that they didn't like it. We were talking over the Maxine trailer, and I'm like, I kind of think that's what a trailer reaction is supposed to be. If we just sat there in silence watching the trailer, allowing you to therefore also watch the trailer, that's
So
that's
people
just
who are
watching the
incredibly
trailer.
lonely and want to just silently watch a trailer with some other
Shh.
people they don't really know.
Yeah, I kind of thought I was. Now I'm not an expert. We've done a few trailer reactions, but I still wouldn't consider myself an expert. I thought we're kind of supposed to react in real time, not like we're not the kind of people who pulls the trailer and go right, let's react to that bit. Pulls the trailer, we watch the whole trailer, then we kind of chat about it afterwards. But I thought by its very nature, you had to talk over it. I'm gonna feel guilty, and I'm gonna feel bad about doing that
Yeah,
during this one.
don't
Um,
feel bad.
don't feel bad. Also, talking about not following, obviously this doesn't follow Alien Covenant. It's not related to that film in any way. It may be the seventh installment of the Alien franchise, but it's set between the events of Alien 1979 and Aliens 1986. Um, so I mean, I'm kind of reading out the sort of the information which I was going to anyway. Directed by Fede Álvarez, and if you are a horror fan, you will know he's the director of such movies as Evil Dead, the 2013 version, Don't Breathe, Don't Breath, um, Don't Breath, Don't You Bloody Breath, mate, and now Alien Romulus. Girl in the Spider's Web as well. That one,
That one of
sort of
the Millennium
one of
films.
one of the Millennium films, yeah. And by Millennium we mean the books by what's his name? Not Millennium Robbie Williams.
No, get that out
That
of your
would be
mind.
get out of your mind immediately right now. But yeah, interesting to see an actual horror movie director taking on Alien. Not to say I don't respect Ridley Scott to the nth degree, because I do, but an actual horror movie director. He's a director of a horror movie, sure, but an actual horror movie director who's got his name in these genre films, um, and being quite a good director as well. How did you? Yeah, I mean, we obviously we do like Evil Dead 2013, don't we? We're
We do
fans.
very much. Possibly
Do we
my
like
favorite, I
do we
think.
like Don't Breath? I remember thinking it's horrible, isn't it? Don't Breathe 2, which I don't think he directed, was a shit show. But Don't Breathe was all right, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's all right. I think Don't Breathe is one of those ones. I wasn't on the episode when you talked about it, and I think it's one of those films that I've watched out of sequence. I've never. I think I saw the end before I'd seen it all the way through.
I don't think we ever did a full episode on Don't Breathe. I may have imagined that or forgotten it. It's definitely getting to the point now, 300 and however many episodes in, where I am starting to slightly forget about. Now, I did have a moment where I was like, God, have we covered this before a recent recording? But yeah, Don't Breathe. It's just another film to be added to the cinematic universe of are you blind? Yeah, superhuman. Oh
You get
yeah.
other powers to offset it.
You get other powers to offset. Exactly. Are you blind? Yeah, I am. But you've got bat sonar. All right, fair enough. But yeah, the thing that bothered me about Don't Breathe is the fact that the protagonist became something of an no, the antagonist became something of a protagonist in the sequel, and we were supposed to just forget all the dirty, horrible.
Just because Stephen Lang is a good actor, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
well,
Hang on a minute. Didn't he commit all these horrible, violent acts and sexual acts? Yeah, he did. But to be fair,
he's nice
he's
to a little
blind.
kiddie now, isn't he?
He's nice to a little kitty now, and he's nice to the animals. I don't even remember if that's a thing. Um,
He's only bad to
but
drug dealers in number two.
he's only bad to drug dealers. Bloody hell! But yeah, Alien Romulus. Here's a little synopsis. While scavenging the deep ends of a derelict space station, a group of young space colonizers come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe. Do you know what that is?
I mean, saying the universe is
Yeah,
almost
that's
infinite, Ben. That is a big
it's
claim.
ignorant, isn't it? I bet there's something way worse than a bloody xenomorph out there. Way worse. And
Can't
it's on
even
planet
imagine it.
Earth.
Yeah, but I'd
It's on
say
planet Earth.
top 10, maybe for sure, confidently. Xenomorphs are well scary.
They are well scary. And what I like is from what I've read, obviously not seen the trailer, but for what I've read and from the teaser trailer, it looks like it's going back to its roots and it's quite self-contained. We're not getting any crazy stuff like did you ever know what this alien's favorite breakfast cereal was? Did you ever know that? Did you know who the alien's dad was?
Was it a space
Etc.
Jesus? We'll never know.
Was it Space Jesus? Was it Michael Fassbender? Was it a load of horrible goo or gunk?
Remember that?
Etc.
They've done some mad things with these sort of. They're never called Prometheus and Covenant like sequels or prequels, did they? They said something like, "Oh, it shares the same DNA as them," and then they did all of that stuff in Prometheus, setting up the Space Jesus engineers, and then in Covenant, big oh, bad robot man just gets them all with a big venom in
He
space.
just went. They just went back to basics, and they just went, "Oh bloody hell! Calling an alien film something other than Alien hasn't worked. We have to call it Alien." Um, yeah, there was some good stuff. I mean,
He's got a
I'm
big
a fan
jar
of
of that. He got a big jar of that thing that melts cartoons from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Tipped it all into the engineer's city and just melted them all. But
Vegemite, is what it is.
that's yeah, that's the end of that chapter. Dusted off his hands, and we never had to think about him again. So none of them in this.
I'm a Prometheus fan, and I think Alien Covenant, if you kind of switch off your brain and forget where it's supposed to appear in the timeline of things, you can kind of enjoy it. There's like a weird, creepy, like white xenomorph who's kind of creepy and kind of stands up straight, like a big weirdo. That's pretty creepy. Yeah, I think it's okay. But I feel like what this film is constantly trying to do, what these films are constantly trying to do, is capture the magic of a Ripley-esque character going up against a xenomorph. And I think I think it's next to impossible, no matter who's the lead and who does a really good job of being that lead, because the comparisons will always be there. And how do you get away from that? I know in Alien Isolation we had Ripley's daughter as a character. I kind of thought that could have been an interesting way to take it because in that way it's like this character is similar to Ripley for good reason
Yeah,
rather
similar
than
for a good reason, and also this is the magic of video games and so on as well. Like obviously you get a fine voice actor to do it, but you render that character as you want. You can design them so they look the perfect part. I think the problem with trying to recreate the Ripley dynamic is that you cannot force it. when the first Alien was written and the sequels followed from that, that was a character that was written to be a cool character. It wasn't written to be, oh, you will be like this
Yeah.
person. Like, it's a character they wrote on their own to be a, smart, intelligent survivor who has like good survival instincts and doesn't fuck about. Um, and it developed from that. I think as soon as you're directly trying to recreate something, tell you what, Ben, it gets a little bit like Alien Resurrection, where you get lots of distorted copies with horrible little baby
Yeah.
face or being all wrong, and you have to burn them all up because it doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
Um,
That's exactly what the
you got
sequels.
to you got to do your own thing. You got to do your own thing, and let's hope that this film does exactly that.
Yeah. But let's watch the trailer and
Yeah.
then we'll talk about it a little bit afterwards. Who's going to break the silence first? Oh, it's
Is
me.
this really where you want to spend the rest of your life?
You know I don't.
Okay. Oh, well, that's nice, isn't it?
Then this is our only ticket out of here.
Okay, so scavenging a ship, as IMDb said, only ticket out of here. What have they got? A load of rare Pokemon cards on board.
Probably worth more
Big
than
hole
gold
in
at
the
this
gra-
point in the future.
You know what that means, don't you? A big hole in the ship.
Yeah. I like the
Massive
retro
hole.
tech look.
It looks very Alien Isolation, doesn't it, with the analog tech? Oh no. Oh dear.
Oh, that's good.
A nice backlit chest burster scene.
What's happening?
Oh, they're the worst ones, aren't they? I'm scared of them more than I'm scared of xenomorphs, I think.
There's something
I don't know, there's just something in the fucking water.
No! Not in the mouth!
Fucking thing's hunting us.
Oh, but then don't worry, come on.
What was that? Was that the back of someone, or was it like a headless android?
Oh,
Is this just like an unrelated ship, right? That happens to have an alien on it? Okay, I like that. Oh, I
Yeah,
love
that's
this
good.
title reveal. The slow reveal of the alien title sequences. Oh yes. I mean, it just does look like Back to
Are you
Basics.
sure you want to do this?
Oh,
That was really good.
don't shout in my face, will you, old xenomorph?
Yeah, if you clearly said no one can hear you scream, not that I should be able to hear you scream all the time, Xenomorph. I love what they
I
did
did.
with the sound there, with all the sound cutting out, and then we see lots of, what will no doubt be intensely like harrowing action scenes in complete silence. Lots of facehuggers, lots of close-up facehugger with it trying to force
Yeah,
that proboscis into his gob.
yeah. There was a bit of like anti-gravity. There was a bit of that when there. It is so. So the actress, the actor, the lead actor that I recognize is Cailee Spaeny. I mean, it's probably not how you say it because that sounds like I've made it into a silly rhyme. She's in Civil War, which I saw recently, and I thought she was great in that. So before I was like, oh, it's an unknown. I don't know this person. I've never seen her in anything. Now I've seen her in something, and I think she's in The Craft Legacy as well. The one with like quite short hair, like a pixie cut. Um, Now I've seen her in that and a few things. I'm saying she's good. Let's see what happens.
Big fan, eh? I've not seen either of those films, but I have high hopes for this, despite not recognizing everyone. I liked that you get lots of people from Space London, in there. I think might be a bit of national
Hey,
pride,
governor,
Ben,
what we
and
gotta go and get a bloody xenomorph?
might be a bit of
Sorry,
national pride, and
terrible.
we're not given very many reasons to have some of that some of the times. But on this occasion, we do all right in space. I think British people, and good at they're good at doing some space dialogue, like "Here, there's something in the water," a bit like that advert about not drowning when you're a kid in the 80s.
Mate, what do you think it is? Is it because like the English accent sounds a bit like I don't know, something like people think it sounds like quite futuristic in a way. Everyone's bloody
I think it's
English.
because of the baddies in Star Wars, Ben, primarily.
Yeah, that's
Old
true.
Grand Moff Tarkin's there go, this battle station, blah, 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 blah. And then years later, there's General Hux doing some shouting. I think he just synonymizes with people having
Oh yeah,
formal jobs in space. That's what our
Yeah.
culture is in the future.
Old stiff upper lips and slick back hair, and not panicking in the face of
He
danger.
is having a
but
bit
he
of panic
do.
though, because the other thing about xenomorphs, I tell you what state you want to see a xenomorph in a film? It'd be odd to see him dry, wouldn't it? Bone dry around the desert.
Oh
Ugh,
yeah,
no. People want to design their
Sopping wet.
xenomorphs
Viscous.
slippery and wet, all gooey.
Yeah, covered in lube, lubed right up. That's why they
Big,
slip through all the vents and stuff, right?
big gungy xenomorphs that have just been on Get Your Own Back with Dave Benson Phillips. They've been in the gunge tank and they're amongst it. You can't catch them.
Dave Benson Phillips. How would he do up against a xenomorph? Do you think?
Um,
I reckon he's quite. I think he's quite resourceful. A resourceful man, I would say.
yeah. I think he's resourceful, and like obviously we've seen him operate mechanisms that plunge people into tanks of gunge. I reckon he could
Yeah.
Alien 3 them. The only one of the series we haven't
Yeah.
mentioned up to this point. I think he could drop one into a vat of molten metal and then pull another big lever that makes water come on him and explode him. That's how we
He
get
could-
by.
He could drop one into a vat of molten metal. You dirty bastard, Dave Benson Phillips. I dare you. Yeah. No, he could definitely do that. I feel like he'd probably be better in that situation than I would. I just like the combination of the sound design there, like the noise of the movement sensor thing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
We didn't really get a pulse rifle sound, but still, like I'm sure we're gonna get something like that. That combination, the analog sort of tech, the sort of padded, because they are like the walls in these ships, like the Wayland Yutani ships are kind of like they almost look padded, don't they? They've got
Yeah, they're
like
like
this white.
it's like covered in sound baffling. Probably brilliant for
Yeah.
podcasting on a Wayland Yutani
Oh
ship.
yeah, exactly.
Crisp sound
that's
all
what I want
day.
to see. Two podcasters take a Wayland Yutani ship to the edge of space to record a seminal podcast. When suddenly one of them has got horrible chest pain, and you'd ever guess what? Oh yeah, the backlit chest burster thing.
That's good. That's that. I mean,
How have they not
that's
done
either
this
a very
before?
good. That's either a very good torch, or she's got ever such thin skin.
Oh yes, there's not much going on in there. To be fair, it's just a chest burster. I've been hollowed out by that.
Bloody hell! I mean, I think I'm pale sometimes, and I worry that I'm translucent in the sun. Imagine that you could shine a torch through someone.
You've shone a torch like through your finger though, right? And you've seen it all red and weird. That's
Yeah.
good. I like that. It's just this on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
I'm surprised like no one's thought of doing that before in an alien in a piece of alien media.
It's how you look at an egg, isn't it? See if there's a baby chicken inside when you're a farmer.
When you're a farmer, I just do it every time before I crack an egg, just in case. Shine the shiny old torch through.
Oh, you better add actually. Can you imagine if you just had, it happens. Little baby chicken is that'd put you off eggs for ages.
Yeah, I think it would. But yeah, it looks great. Like cinematography is good. It's very, very red is something I've noticed, not just from this trailer, but also from a lot of the marketing, the poster that we've seen. Very red. Which is cool, I guess, because in my head, like each Alien film has kind of got its own color attributed to it. I don't know
Okay, I'm going to test you,
if
Ben.
your brain does that.
You ready
Okay.
for a color? I'm not going to do them in order.
Oh.
What color is Alien Resurrection?
Alien Resurrection is kind of like a blue green.
Okay. What color is
there a right-
Alien?
Is there a right? Alien is like a brighter green, almost like our background here.
Okay. What color is Prometheus?
Grey, washed out, grey, or nearly white, but
Battleship grey.
Battleship grey. Exactly.
What color is Alien 3?
Rust.
Rust.
Yeah. Horrible, rusty.
Cinnabar.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, No, I haven't done all of them. I'm not going to do all of them. Don't worry, everybody.
Well, you might as well. You're
What
nearly
color
there.
is Alien vs Predator 2 Requiem?
Oh,
Have I got
that's
him?
like a dark blue, like a dark blue,
Navy?
silvery blue. Maybe a navy. Let's go for a navy. I'm avoiding the standard blue because I know which one that one is.
Aliens?
Aliens is blue, and again, I'm
Aliens
always
is
going
blue.
on to colors of logos and posters, but Alien is blue, and an Alien Covenant. Sorry to jump in there, Andy, and
Do it.
Quite the last one. If you, it is kind of like, it's not quite black, but it's on its way.
Like
It's
if you were selling car colors, you'd call that a midnight.
Yeah, I'll probably call it a
A slightly
midnight.
metallic black, bit of sparkle in
Yeah.
there.
Maybe Covenant and Prometheus are interchangeable in this situation, but I don't know. You know, when you kind of like, I don't know about you. Some people might do this. I know it's not just me, but colors. I can attribute colors to a lot of things, like months of the year. It's like a color for me rather than anything else. How do you put? This is a big question. How do you perceive the months of the year? Do you perceive them linear, horizontally, linear vertically, or are they in a circle?
Never thought about it. Just a jumble of things that happen. I guess if you really try and force it on me, I would say a horizontal line.
Yeah, I think that's what I do. Anyway, we are digressing, and we digress mainly in mainline episodes. But
Yeah, so this is what you can look forward to if you come and join us. Sometimes about months of the year, sometimes about colors of films, sometimes about horror movies. But let's wrap this one up for now because we've got a whole episode to record yet this evening. Are you looking forward to Alien Romulus? Where are your hopes? Are they high hopes?
are they high hopes, or are we talking to the audience? You're talking to me.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, talking to me.
I mean, if you are
I
the audience,
think,
answer to yourself. I can't hear
yeah,
you.
my hopes are always high. Um, I, as I mentioned, I've posted about this already on social media. I said, I know we've been burnt before by this franchise, but I remain hyped and always positive because I just feel like it's such a great universe. There's so many stories that can be told within this universe, and so many stories that have been told that I enjoy my time in this universe. Sometimes the stories aren't all that great and they make the same mistakes, but I'm feeling positive. How about you?
Yeah, I'm feeling positive. I'm looking forward to this. I think I can extend what you said there, Ben. You said you've been kicked, a little bit by this franchise. I think the last couple of years we've had a really stern beating from franchises in general. Films that we've been looking forward to. They're coming back. You've got the door open. You put a seat for them at the table. You've cooked them a dinner because they're coming. They walk in and shit on your kitchen floor and then fuck off, leaving you feeling cold and empty.
I hate to say that someone say something recently, which was like, since Disney has like acquired a lot of the rights to the Warner Brothers franchises and stuff, especially horror stuff. For example, Predator with Prey, The Omen with the first Omen, and now this. Of course, we don't know how good this film's going to be, but I hate to say Mickey Mouse is responsible for these franchises and getting back on the horse. But
Well,
crazier things have happened.
goodness knows what's causing it, but I won't deny those two have had an upward swing. I think the secret of it comes to actually getting someone who understands the genre that's trying to
Yeah.
make a project with passion, not a project to release a product. And
Yeah.
Fede Álvarez has got a great caliber. Like, I've really enjoyed his previous films. I've really enjoyed his previous franchise outing, in particular with the Evil Dead remake. He's a creator that
Yep.
appears to get his head around what he's creating and understands what made that good and what made it popular, but doesn't create it shot for shot. He doesn't want to create, hey, this was popular in 1979, let me do this exactly again. I think he has a firm understanding of what people liked about the original and can modernize that to what people like now. So I'm looking forward to this one. I also go in with high hopes. See what
Yeah.
happens in a couple of months.
Oh yeah.
I
Let's see
assume
what happens.
I assume we're doing an episode on this in August, right?
Yeah, I'll meet you there then, mate. If you wanna
See you
get
there.
on
Yeah.
over, fast forward over to August, and we'll be talking about it at great length. Skip all the way to the end to see what our rating is if you want. Uh, but
Yeah.
until then, thanks for watching. You've enjoyed this extended look at the Alien Romulus trailer. See you later.
See you later, boy.